I've spent quite a bit of time talking about the lock, the lock, the lock, the lock, the lock. Now I'm going to talk about purpose a little bit because I can't even say I've been trying to find myself because I have a pretty good sense of who I am. And I mean that in a way that is beyond most would think, as far as how can one be so aware of themselves. That story is too long to tell, but what I will say is this. Purpose. I've known since I was a child, and I do mean child as in, I'm not going to say my daughter's age, but because she's 9. But probably a little bit after that, maybe 11 or 12, that God had a special calling on my life. Shout out to Grandma Betty Lee Mayers, and the other women who are also critical parts of who I am. Well, who shaped me, I'll say that. Because who I am is still becoming and developing and still growing and changing and adapting and adjusting. But they certainly shaped who I have now become. And so, and the names of those women, I would have to first say Jacqueline Counts Jenkins, because at the end of the day, she carried me for 9 months. Her stomach is where I lived. Her womb is where my life started. And it's interesting to me that before my mom met my dad, the Lord knew me by name. And I can go on to infinity about that. Because before my mom's mom, Peggy Ann Counts, met my mom's dad, John Bunyan Cannon. God knew my name. And in that, he gave me purpose. I don't think life is predestined, but people are. Life is not predestined. This is not like a simulation. This is not like we're not robots, right? But all of us who are here are supposed to be here. And it does not matter how you got here. You're here, baby. You are here. And that is on purpose. Maybe not the purpose of your parents, but it was on purpose from the one who gave your parents the very air that they breathed, on purpose. I've been helping people. Oh, let me finish the names of the women who have shaped my life. So that's Betty Lee Mayers, Jacqueline Counts Jenkins, Elisa Gail Bivens, Gail Corbin. And those are the four. I would have to say Little Justice Noel Elliott. Those women. That's the village that shaped me. And my life experiences have been the things that made me. With that being said, I've been gifted. It's just a gift from God. Certain things like discernment, wisdom, and other gifts that I choose not to share. And so I've helped people when I went to college, or should I say visited. And that's Columbia College in Columbia, South Carolina, by the way. I'm a graduate of C.A. Johnson High School, Columbia, South Carolina. Started my way in Pomeria, South Carolina, where I went to Mid-Carolina. It's funny, because at the end of the day, I'm a country girl. Or should I say I'm a girl from the country, and I like that. Purpose. When I went to Columbia College, my major, was going to be social work. I'll make the story quick because I can go off on tangents, as you are well aware at this point. Hadn't made really any progress on this law. Well, I've made progress, but Lord, it's slow. Phew. So I will say this. When I first started this, I had no idea of how long this might take. I realize now that it's going to take far longer than I could have imagined. And so when I say I might be done by Christmas, at this point, I mean it literally. But that doesn't change the reason I started, which I will remember when I don't feel like doing it anymore. And I'm like, well, nobody will notice the top, right? But I would love to be finished by Thanksgiving, but I don't even know, honestly, if that's realistic, because I don't know what I don't know. And right now, ignorance is bliss. I have some indication by how long this is taking that it's going to be a while. I always have indication of some level. The Bible says that he will not leave us in ignorant. So it's got to be some warning. Something that gave you some indication of something. And so, I might not be finished by Thanksgiving. I don't know if that's realistic or not. I don't know if that's realistic or not. And I'll be able to say how ignorance bliss is soon. Or maybe not. So that me doing it dry was not going to work. And I realized at some point, I said, well, Tasha, you can sit here and make a few little pieces of progress if you want. Or you can get some assistance and go ahead and see if there's another way. I tried it that way. That way it didn't work. It was working, but it was going so slow. that again, I don't know if it would have been worth my time. So I'm going to use some product.